please call Roxanne Grinage 229-395-0039 to suggest future Higher Lyrics is Born to Serve on Blog Talk Radio show topics, or to be a special guest on any one of our following show topics. Thank you so much for the incredible response and participation in our 11/21/2010 Higher Lyrics is Born to Serve on Blog Talk Radio show URL has been sent to President Barack Obama's Domestic Violence Senior Advisor Valerie Jarrett through the whitehouse.gov contact form, the Oprah Show producers through the Oprah Show producers contact form, and to John Walsh, America's Most Wanted show, through that show's contact form. God bless everyone. We did send evidence that family court with DHS malpractice conflicts of interest is in fact causing domestic violence kidnap epidemic in America today. Thank you so much for your work and commitment to slowing and eventually ending a U.S. citizens-controlled public docket database, verified, responsibly recorded, respectfully reported, child slaughter, U.S. economy fraud, court reform, state of emergency in the U.S. today. God bless everyone. Roxanne Grinage, Higher Lyrics Administrative Services, and an Administrative Solutions Tool prototype demonstration, U.S. citizens-controlled public docket database, take full responsibility for the truthfulness, accuracy, and verified fact-checking of all content in this broadcast. Higher Lyrics is born to serve on Blog Talk Radio. Please contact Roxanne Grinage 229-395-0039, www.higherlyrics.org, HIRELYRICS.org, through the contact forms at higherlyrics.org or higherlyrics.org. Federal crime victim voters, to express your interest in giving to be a special guest on any currently scheduled upcoming Blog Talk Radio Higher Lyrics is Born to Serve on Blog Talk Radio show, or to give show topic agenda suggestions. We try to meet here every Sunday at 11 a.m. to share administrative solutions for market entering challenges for the previously unseen, unaccommodated worldwide population of disadvantaged creators. What are corruption and government families creating? We're creating families. We're creating careers contributions missing from viable industries. Here are our scheduled show topics, and there's plenty of room for other show topics as well. If you would like to suggest them, please let me know if you would like to be a special guest or give victim witness testimony or expert witness testimony, or that you have some collaboration experience that would be appropriate for sharing in these Higher Lyrics is Born to Serve on Blog Talk Radio show topics. 11/28/2010, expert witnesses, collaboration, resources, defend court-ordered mental health evaluation, fraud victims. 12/5/2010, we have scheduled Philadelphia Family Court Administrative Judge Kevin Dougherty's illegal adoption victims. Ask David Hansel of the federal agency Health and Human Services to audit the adoption tax credit fraud occurring in the Eastern District of Pennsylvania regarding every adoption Anne Marie Ambrose, Kevin M. Dougherty, or Roberta Trembetta had any facilitating work in causing to occur. 12/12/2010, 11 a.m., we have scheduled IRS, EIC, that's IRS Earned Income Credit, Adoption Credit, Welfare, Identity Theft Fraud issues for abusive parent abducted children, Grinage Family Rescue Mob Abducted Ezekiel. On 12/26, we have, that's two separate topics. IRS Earned Income Credit, Adoption Credit, Welfare, Identity Theft Fraud issues for abusive parent abducted children. And in 12/26/2010, Grinage Family Rescue Mob Abducted Ezekiel Zakael Brown, prepare U.S. Supreme Court cert petition. We're going to share how Roxanne is learning about how to prepare a Supreme Court cert petition for indigent parties. 1/30/2011, fugitive Sandra Sullivan threatens Lorraine Grinage 4 days after evidence. And 2/6/2011, Michigan residents, victims of malpractice with court malpractice with DHS and CPS, dishonest social workers move towards class action. Okay, all right. Enjoy the rest of the show. We should have our new civil rights statement coming up next. It has been 173 days since Eric Lee Brown, Sandra O'Sullivan, Diane Kearney, Linwood Kearney, Laquita Sullivan, and Darren Sullivan and Andrew Sullivan brought Ezekiel and Zakael Brown to 2935 North Camac Street, where they attempted home invasion with baseball bats and announced to 50 scrambling neighbors that they, quote, "we got burners," where they beat us down in the street and abducted Ezekiel Zakael Brown, age 4, and Ariel Roxanne Brown while endangering them and inflicting further trauma injury while they watched their mother, their grandmother, and their grandfather be beat down in the street, all known about, all proof shown to District Attorney R. Seth Williams and ignored. Philadelphia Mayor Michael Nutter and ignored. City of Philadelphia DHS Anne Marie Ambrose, where her Diane Kearney is a foster contractor parent, and ignored by hand delivery of evidence on disk of state court's malpractice overseen by Judge Robert J. Matthew, all out lying to U.S. Department of Justice and U.S. Marshals to cover up accumulated 47 felony crimes of Fern Brown Kaplan, Esquire, Timothy E. Pacente, Esquire, Judge Robert J. Matthews, all ignored now for since 1108 by U.S. Department of Justice Attorney, Pennsylvania Eastern District Zane David Meminger, and ignored and complicit accessory in covering up to protect his colleagues, official corruption, fraud, civil rights colleagues, shown to the U.S. Department of Justice with due diligence submission, which is lawful filing 7/6/2010, all related dockets. Now a famous case that set off this new civil rights movement, where docket monitoring can prove child slaughter, U.S. economy for court reform, state of emergency in a corruption-poisoned jurisdiction. There will be a galvanized movement, a movement to galvanize voter constituency, federal crime victim voters here in Philadelphia, victims of felony crimes perpetrated upon them, in accordance with the U.S. Attorney's Office definition of what a federal crime victim is. And we intend to see to it that there is no second term for Mayor Michael Nutter. Philadelphia Mayor Michael should have no second term. He is non-responsive to the pleas of 42 families with evidence that all family court and DHS adjudications are not in the best interest of children and should not be enforced by ethical elected officials. We are advising anyone who intends to vote to ask us for our help. We'll get you to the polls, we'll get you registered, and be prepared to cross party lines to vote for anyone but Mayor Michael Nutter for a second term, to send a clear message that we are requiring our candidates and our elected officials to recognize the existence of official corruption, fraud, and civil rights, and a corruption-plagued malpractice conflict of interest relationship shared with our administrative family court judge Kevin M. Dougherty with multi-million-dollar state agency DHS contractors and financial institutions. God bless everyone. Please enjoy the show.